Welcome. This is Back to the Bins. I'm your host, Mr. B. Thanks so much for joining me today. If you've been here before, thanks so much for coming back, and if you're new here, thanks so much for stopping by. This is a comic book collecting channel, and I'm a comic collector. These Sunday posts are intended to showcase the comics I picked up just this past week at my local comic shop. I have a pull list, so I'm pretty up to date with what's happening in comics today, and I love digging through the dollar bins and back issue bins. So if that sounds up your alley, why don't you take a look over here, and I'll show you what I picked up. Alright, and like I said, these are the books I picked up this past week at my LCS 204 Comics. And as per usual, we start in alphabetical order, and that takes us to, as it often does, The Amazing Spider-Man, Volume 6, number 49, from October of 2020. This wasn't a back issue as much as it was something that the LCS was selling online. I saw it, I went into the shop, and I said, you know what? I'll take that, number 49. That's a Nick Bradshaw variant, and the reason why I got it is because it's legacy number 850. So this is a special issue for The Amazing Spider-Man, and I'm always here for a celebratory milestone issue. That's right. Love this cover. Absolutely beautiful. It's the who's who of Spider-Man villains. Fantastic, fantastic stuff. All right, and then, of course, we got more Amazing Spider-Man, but this time from Volume 7. This is issue number 55. This is John Romita Jr. doing the A cover. Pretty good cover, actually. A lot of these great poses. Classic pose of Spider-Man heaving something up, about to save a family. Classic Spider-Man doing good deeds. And a pretty nice John Romita Jr. cover. Not too bad, actually. But where there's one Spider-Man cover, there's a variant. And I couldn't say no to this. This is probably one of my favorite covers of all time when I'm talking about the actual X-Men issue that this is from. But this is, again, The Amazing Spider-Man, Volume 7, number 55. A Donald Safridi Disney What If variant. Love it. Look at that. Fantastic. 60 years of the X-Men. Oh yeah, then moving along here into DC Comics. We got a book I'm actually really enjoying. Read issue 2 just a few days ago. Really loved it. This is Batman Gotham by Gaslight. The Kryptonian Age, number 3. Felipe Massafera cardstock variant. I'm here for the cover. Love it. And the story has been pretty good. I love Batman and the cast of DC superheroes in the 1800s. Cool technology, fun scenarios and places. Pretty cool. First time reading any of this Gotham by Gaslight before. I know there's original series, and first time with any Elseworlds comics. So pretty cool there. All right, folks, this might be cover of the year. This is something I've been waiting for. I think this is just absolutely fantastic. This is DC vs. Vampires World War V or World War V, I'm not sure. Number 1, a Steve Beach cardstock variant, and my goodness, look at Wonder Woman. And again, we got an Elseworlds story, so I'm going to become more familiar with this DC Elseworlds. But man, even if this comic sucks, so here's a case for me as a cover collector where even if the story sucks, I'm all in because of the cover. Absolutely fantastic. There's a bunch more. This is a limited series. I don't even know how many issues there are, but the ones that I've already pulled, fantastic variant covers. This is just phenomenal. Awesome. Here's one of the, I think, kind of hidden gems of 2024's comic onslaught. This is Dick Tracy number 4. This is the Brent Schoonover connecting variant. Have totally loved this story. Have been digging the artwork. Have been loving these connecting variants. I think this, you need to get into this if you're not already. Hopefully you can find them. This is great stuff out of Mad Cave. I have really, really loved this, and I love these connecting. Perfect stuff. Well, I always say that everything is fantastic, but really, when it comes to fantastic, it's the Fantastic Four. This is issue number 23. This is the Alex Ross A cover. I mean, again, another case of if you're not in it for the story, you can be in it for the cover. Alex Ross has been delivering. These have been fantastic. He is, I think, not going to be on a couple of issues. Maybe he'll be back. I'm not entirely sure what the deal is there, but this is going to be one of the last Alex Ross covers. But nonetheless, this book is also fantastic. This week there were some really awesome variant covers for Fantastic Four, so I couldn't say no to this. Big fan of The Thing. You can see over on the wall there, I love old Ben Grimm, and this is the Alexander Lozano variant. Super cool. Look at old Thing. Amazing. I love great artwork. It's so good. And then there was another one, a great homage cover. Look at this. I was waiting to see what this was. I had it pulled without seeing the cover. So glad I stuck with it. Again, Fantastic Four number 23, but this is the Elizabeth Torque Marvel 85th Anniversary Homage variant. And this is an homage to Marvel Mystery Comics number 8 from June of 1940. Take a look at that. This is great. I actually love this artwork too. I love the style of the characters. This is just good stuff. And, you know, you're going to get that from Elizabeth Torque. Then over to the dollar bins. One of my favorite comics of all time. A run that I'm still trying to finish as I stopped and got into it a little bit late and didn't complete it. But G.I. Joe, A Real American Hero, one of my favorite comic books. And this is issue number 62 from August of 1987. We got a great Mike Zeck cover here, and it's also a newsstand. I mean, yeah, come on. We got Stalker here. We got Quick Kick. I don't know if that's Snow Job or not. Kind of looks like it. But great stuff. This was a fun run. This is a gap piece for me. Obviously, out of the dollar bins, it's not in great shape. I'll always look for a higher grade. But because I saw it, I don't have it. I wanted to add it, you know, just a run filler for now. We'll see what I can do. I can't wait. I got to complete that G.I. Joe run. This was something I didn't know much about, but I really love the cover. I love the premise. I think this is going to be a fun book. This is Guilt Frame number 1. It's a Matt Kindt cover. This is a whodunit. This is a thick book, though. I would imagine he's working here with his wife, Marjorie Kraft Kindt, only assuming. I don't know how many issues there are. I for sure have already pulled 3. But again, I love a good... I love independent comics that are doing different things. That should always be the premise for independent, and I love just an interesting story. I love digging into a whodunit. I love a good thick book. This is going to be chock full of dialogue, plots, and hopefully just a great world builder. So I'm looking forward to this. Showed you last week Gotham City Sirens number 1. Here's Gotham City Sirens number 2 with Harley Quinn on the cover. I'm not a huge fan of Harley Quinn. I liked her when she was in the early issues of this current Birds of Prey run. But this is Gotham City Sirens number 2. This is the Ji Hyung Lee cardstock variant. I haven't read number 1 yet. I am far behind on my reading, but when I get to issue number 1, I'll determine whether or not I'm going to keep reading these. There are 4 issues. And as far as I'm concerned, they're great covers, so that's all I'm going with for now. Speaking of great covers, how about iconic covers? Right here, we got a facsimile cover of The House of Secrets, number 92. This is a Bernie Wrightson cover. It was on the shelves in April of 1971. This is the facsimile. This is the first appearance of Swamp Thing. And there he is. Love this cover. DC horror is making a comeback. Horror in general in comics is making a comeback. So, of course, they're going to do this. DC doesn't do nearly as many facsimiles as Marvel's doing, but I can see DC getting into it if they're going to be doing a lot of their fantastic horror stuff from the 70s. This is iconic right here. Looking forward to reading that at some point. Oh, a book that I so enjoyed reading. Just read it the other day, actually. Here's issue number 2 of Kill All Immortals on Dark Horse. This is an Ivan Tao variant. Just an awesome book about immortals, Viking roots, and the current world and business and media and all of this stuff. And these covers These first two covers have been killer. No pun intended. Really like this comic, really love these covers, and yeah, can't wait to read more. And here's the last one, folks, and I got it strictly for the cover. This is Star Wars Darth Vader, issue number 49, a Dyke Ruan variant, and oh my goodness, I love Darth Vader. He's probably the greatest villain of all time. I'm a huge Star Wars fan. I love the original three. Not that I'm against the other ones. I've always enjoyed going to see a good Star Wars film. But look at this cover. That is just all kinds of Darth Vader right there. Beautiful, beautiful stuff. If you can't love this, I don't know. I think it's ending at issue 50, so we'll see. Maybe I'll get issue 50 yet. But that is everything, folks. Hopefully you enjoyed what you saw. And how about we get back to the real world, shall we? Well, that was a fantastic collection of books. Hopefully you enjoyed what you saw, and if you did, why don't you like, comment, and subscribe? It really helps to build the channel, and I'd love to develop a community of people who just really love comics. So let's get that algorithm working for us. Thank you so much for joining me today. We'll see you next week, and until then, remember, comics are good.